Welcome back to the Mac and Hangin' Podcast. I'm your host, Trey. Still here with Rico. What up, Doug? Meet your meets.
Yes, sir.
And this is episode 77. We had a great show last week. Although we were dealing with a lot of goddamn technical difficulties. This trying to record on this goddamn new Mac has been causing nothing but pain. So letting y'all ugly ass niggas know we about to get this shit together and shit. But let me start off with this. How you been macking, Meats? How you macking for the week?
My macking this week been pretty slow. I ain't really been out here in the streets, you know. I had my son this week, so I couldn't play out here in these streets like I normally do. So no macking this week. I will return with the macking next week. My hanging, I've been chilling. I returned back to work this week, so that was pretty smooth or whatever.
What's up, yo? Them niggas finally let y'all back in the office and shit?
What? I don't know. I just feel like, never mind.
No, I said those niggas finally let y'all back in the office.
What office? What the fuck you talking about? I work in the office.
The school building. I just call it the workplace, the office.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up, yo. That's how that shit's going. And see, yo, Rico, how you been macking, bro? Don't pull that bullshit you did last week. You was like, I ain't talking to not one lady. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I had nothing to do. Remember, dude kept freezing up last week and shit. Shit was pissing me off and shit. But how you macking though, Rico?
I'm alright, G. Me and the wife cool. I ain't had to choke slam her or thought about choke slamming her this week, so we good.
Wait, hold on. Because I was always thinking, like, when we bring up, like, the macking and hanging, like, I think Will last week asked you how was your health, and you said something like you ain't feel like choke slamming nobody, and I was thinking, like, why is that the reason why your health is in good shape and shit? Because you don't feel like doing violence and shit.
Oh yeah, now Rico's notorious domestic abuser. Everybody get this nigga to lock the fuck up after that shit, bro.
I just be talking shit. I'm really a gentle giant and shit.
Nah, that's because you don't want this one getting abused. Tierra be beating the shit out of this nigga. Like,
that's a fact. I came here shaking the day and shit.
Hell yeah.
As far as my hanging cool, dog. I got a little something planned tonight for the missus. Baby growing. We all good. Shit. Got to get some Christmas shopping and shit out the way. But other than that.
Oh, by the way, shout out to my son, Arius. It's his birthday weekend. He turning 4, so we finna turn up.
Happy birthday to you.
4 piece.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
I'm about to hit him with some fly shoes. Can't leave it to Meats. Meats trying to get him some. Meats trying to get a little dude some Uggs like him and shit. He said, "Yo, we about to both be wearing some lugs and shit." But now I'm about to hook him up with some fly shit though. You know what I mean? Make sure he good though. But you said how you hanging though, bro? Good. Everything good at the job and all that shit.
Yeah, everything's smooth, man. You know. It's the end of the year, so now everybody's just winding down and shit. Everybody just trying to make it through 2020 now at my job, shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I've been macking pretty high, you know what I mean? Still going strong and steady in this little fresh new relationship. Living my damn life.
Wait, how y'all been dealing with the space thing?
Oh, no, shit been smooth.
Have you picked up on the points last week with the no call, no shows?
Nah, I didn't do that. That's what I'm saying. It was my point where it's misconstrued. I was saying I don't go... remember, we came to the conclusion that I was really saying, like, I don't be around there as much. But as far as, like, talking, we still talk routinely and shit. So that shit's going smooth, just trying to set that shit. You know what I mean? It's just going all right.
I ain't gonna lie. I told this nigga Trey when I came in today, I'm kind of mad that this nigga so goddamn happy right now and shit.
Yeah, because he was venting like a motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? This nigga was like, I can't stay in my life. I was like, God damn, bro. Take a chill pill. Take a goddamn chill pill, Rico. But, yeah, so that shit's been going straight. And then how I'm hanging, my business been going all right. I've launched my first client's campaign. I actually launched that shit like 2 weeks ago, but I got her first sale yesterday, or Thursday and shit. Yeah, I got her first sale Thursday and shit, so I was happy. She sent me a screenshot like, my first sale. I'm like, hell yeah, because first this shit wasn't shit happening. I'm like, god damn, yo. But so far, it's going well and shit. So if anybody needs some damn marketing, paid search, or shopping, fuck with your boy DPJ Marketing. You know what I mean? I can hook you up and shit. But all in all, though, that shit's going well. I've been struggling like a motherfucker with this goddamn new transition because we moved from new computers and shit. So trying to get our audio and visuals all the way right and shit.
Wait, so what's your run of the week?
Oh, no, I ain't started that shit. I'm still on my hanging and shit. So all of that shit's been part of my hanging, and like that MacBook has been making me lose weight like a motherfucker. I'm like, God, like I remember I had hit up the chat like, yo, I've been waiting on this shit. I was waiting on that shit to upload for like 3 days. It was like 20%. I was what the fuck, nigga? It's Wednesday and shit. I was getting too damn annoyed with that shit. But my rant of the week goes to. Actually, I had a rant of the week. I was about to go in on these two fuck niggas and this fake ass, this cameraman that told us he was sick when this nigga was just eating bologna all damn day and shit.
Whole time he was in Hawaii and shit.
Hell
That shit
yeah.
wild.
Dude called me. I was like, how the fuck you can call in when you just started and shit? He said, yo, I gotta go pick up my kids. What the fuck, your kid already there, bro? Goddamn, you a liar and shit. But no, my rant of the week is for you fake ass Bucks fans and shit. Oh shit. Fake ass Bucks fans is pissing me the fuck off. So this week, what podcast was it? It was on Club Shay Shay with Gilbert Arenas, right? And Gilbert Arenas went to this whole rant about how Giannis. He was like, "Yo, what would make Giannis win a championship?" And then Gilbert Arenas said he need to learn how to play basketball first and shit. So I'm on Facebook and I posted shit. I'm like, "Yo, he's saying some bullshit." Everybody jumped on this shit. Fucking Najee jumped on this shit. And this nigga agreed saying like, yo, Giannis need to learn how to play fucking basketball and shit. Now, I get motherfuckers want to be a troll and shit because like Von, he's a fucking troll, bro. I get it. Like, yo, you never want to see the Bucks. I've never, even when the Bucks was at the height of their powers, this nigga would never fucking acknowledge how good they were and shit. But the audacity of old fuckity fuck Nige here and shit to jump on that shit and say, oh no, I agree, he nigga need to learn how to play basketball and shit. First off, nigga, he's 7 foot. You telling me, you know how many other goddamn 7-footers in the league that can't do what the fuck Giannis doing and shit? So Gilbert Arenas and Najee and Von, y'all all can get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro. Cause like, if that was the case, Thonmaker would be fucking Giannis and shit. But is he Giannis? No, he's fucking Larry Sanders and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That shit had me so fucking fierce. And then like, I was getting attacked by all of the fucking Bucks haters like Najee, E, Von, everybody who notoriously hate on that shit. And you know, like how I was talking about last week, how I don't never concede. I like try to fight off every goddamn body like, fuck you, nigga. And I was getting alerted everybody. And I was like, yeah, fuck around. This nigga E called me Lil Mama and shit. He said, chill out, Lil Mama. I was so fucking angry. I was seeing red and shit.
Yeah, ain't nothing like when you getting attacked left and right and shit.
Oh, hell yeah. That shit
You was
pissed
in
me
this
off.
bitch sweating with your underwear off, little
Facts.
nasty eyes.
Nah, facts. But I'm going to say this. Yo, Najee, when the Bucks win, yo, pussy ass bet not retweet. You know how you be retweeting when it said like the Bucks score and then Najee put it like it was some muscles and like a fire emoji.
Oh, by the way, also Najee, bro, don't mention me on Facebook, bro. I'll smack the shit out you, bro.
Facts. hey, fuck you, Nas. Let's get down to this shit, bro.
Matter of fact, when we see you, we knocking your little head ass out.
Yeah, bro, you all hating ass and shit. Then you try to get on her goddamn. Hey, fuck that. It ain't just about the Bucks. This overall, this whole rant is about Nas being a little fuck nigga and shit. First off, nigga, you over there saying this whole gross shit about eating socks and shit. How y'all niggas feel about this nigga saying he gonna eat his wife's socks, bro?
I know, I seen that little sick ass shit. I thought he stopped eating socks since 2009, but apparently he's still up to his old tricks.
Nah, this nigga, he doing whatever it takes to keep her around with his sick ass. He's like, I'ma leave. He's like, I'ma eat your goddamn socks, baby. Damn, you a fucking worthless little short nigga, bruh. Yeah, I can't stand you, bruh. But that's my rant of the week. Brought to you by Mac and Hagen Podcast. Hey, Nas, do better, bud. You old fake goddamn religious bishop, nun-head ass nigga. Goddamn. That shit, wow. That nigga was pissing me off and shit. And then he went in on our rebrand. He said, God damn, this rebrand trick. Cause he had posted that background that we had tried. He's like, this rebrand. So he's like, yo, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Bro, that's just pure hating, pure fucking
Hey, man,
jealousy.
just get off on this nigga real quick.
Oh, no, you just shitted on him. Shit, ain't nothing left to say.
All right, okay, so we done with the little rant of the week, though. So my first topic. So your wife had brought up a really interesting topic about friend zone, because a lot of us have been in the friend zone and have been on friend zone island for a long ass time, waiting on that plane to come and shit. Like, is it coming? And that shit never come. You just be on that bitch talking to the little volleyball, like the movie Castaway and shit.
Facts.
But have you ever knowingly friend zoned a chick? Like, would you friend zone a chick and shit if she wanted to be something more, or she wanted to let you hit that shit? You know what I mean? Let me know. Would you ever friend zone the opposite sex and shit?
I subconsciously friend zoned the chick. My intentions wasn't to actually be friends with her at all and shit. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes actually being in the friend zone with a chick actually ain't that bad and shit. Cause it's still somebody that you can talk to and shit. Like as long as you can put your feelings aside and shit, like you'll be fine. But a lot of niggas they wait so long for it. They don't know how to decipher being an actual friend versus wanting to be with the person and shit. But the number one thing about friend zoning is
what the fuck I do with my hands and shit. Hey, we saying we don't know where to put our hands.
Oh yeah, facts. That's something I had mentioned and shit. When we fucking recording and somebody talking, niggas don't know what to do with their hands. You get the scratchy on motherfucking cheekbones.
Hell yeah, I'm just like.
No, the funniest thing about the friend zone though is and this always happens. Once you get somebody else, then everybody want to jump on the bandwagon and shit.
Nah, so.
Yeah, you just missed the whole question.
Yeah, so let's say what are the criteria for you to place a woman in a friend zone?
Oh,
or are they anybody
that smokes cigarettes or Black and Miles and shit?
Okay, it makes sense to me. I mean, because like 9 times out of 10, if you look good, you ain't been placed. Now, I'm not gonna place you in the friend zone at all if I'm attracted to you and shit. Now, you can place me in that motherfucker, but like, if you are an attractive girl and I'm trying to, if we are friends and shit, my motive is always to be beyond that shit.
No,
you know
yeah,
I mean?
that's being honest and shit.
And every time I've been a friend, actually, no, let me not say that shit. Because I have had friends where they were just cool as fuck. And sometimes it depends on how y'all came about too and shit. Like how y'all encounter started and shit. Like if y'all niggas was just like on like a group project or y'all was just on some funny shit, maybe told a joke, like, yo, this motherfucker's hilarious, and then you see him in a different light from that jump, then maybe y'all could just start off as friends and shit. Let me see what Meech got to say about this old crazy shit.
As far as putting a woman in the friend zone, I don't think that really happened too often because, like you said, guys go into it. The first thing you notice is they physical attraction because you don't know anything about them. So that right there has nothing to do with friendship. You want to, and yeah, I don't really think guys put girls in friend zones. Like our whole attention is to be on some dirty shit, nasty shit, or whatever. So
guys put the chick that they don't want into the friend zone.
Wait, hold on. Well, I mean, you can. I don't know. Speaking for me, like, cause I got female friends, but it's never because I put them in the friend zone. That's just the way it went out, or whatever. They put me in the friend zone, or whatever.
So originally, you was trying to see what it was talking about, though.
Yeah, of course. That's always how they start because in my eyes, I always think they attractive or whatever. But then over time, you realize like, well, we just cool. That it is what it is.
Right.
So what will happen if like because everybody's definition of fine and beautiful is different. So what if a chick that don't look that good to you tries to approach you and shit, but she's super cool? Like, how do you manage that?
Oh, you get cool with her.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. I never
like friend zoning a little bit.
No,
yeah,
it definitely is.
Well,
but
it's only. My bad for cutting you off, but it's only the friend zone if she wants to be. If she want to be a friend, y'all both want to be friends, and y'all just mutual friends and shit. But
that wasn't my question though. My question was because everybody's definition of fine and beautiful is different and shit. Like say if a girl that you think is a 5 or a 6 tried to approach you on some relationship shit, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But you don't really feel like that. But she cool than a motherfucker though. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to just let that die down, or are you friend zoning her and
I'm
shit?
putting her ugly ass in the headlock and we're gonna be friends and shit. You know what I mean? Ain't putting her ugly ass right in that headlock and shit. Like, come here, biscuit head ass.
But how do you determine like if she's even friend zone? Like I don't want to come off like sexist and shit, but how do you determine if somebody is even friend zone material and shit?
She gotta be friend, just like a funny like if she's kind of how I would pick a regular goddamn friend. Like if she's funny and shit.
So you don't think? So you don't think that women use? You don't think women have bags that they get in and trying to bone the nigga that they want to bone and shit?
No, that shit she do it. She just being funny, but being funny not gonna get the draws and shit from me. I ain't gonna be like, you're funny ass. You didn't trick me into having sex now. Hell no, my ass gonna still be in all my clothes looking at her 5 face ass and shit.
What about you, Meech?
Shit. Thinking about the female friends I got, I never had a female friend that I consider as ugly or whatever. So I don't even know how I would deal with like just some big Jerome Bettis looking ass chick or whatever. Like
he just trying to bang his female friends. Pay attention. Nigga gonna be in their DMs like, did you hear last episode?
Negative.
Yeah, nigga.
Negative. I've been cool with these girls for over like 15 years or whatever. But I mean, if they cool, shit, they cool. Y'all just be friends. But speaking for me personally, I never had a female friend that wasn't considered attractive, at least in my eyes or whatever. So I don't know how I would deal with that situation and shit.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, like I said, I have all my female friends I have, they all are attractive. You know what I mean? But sometimes y'all just vibe on other levels. And then sometimes you be like, because once you start being in a relationship, you know, like, all right, I don't want to put you in that space. I would prefer you over here where we still like to be around each other and it's fun and shit. Because once I see you in the other light, then shit start getting stressful and then we start hating each other. Like, sometimes niggas don't even want to invite that shit into the friendship at all.
Right.
No facts. And then also, it's not bad having a female friend or whatever because they give you the perspective that you need. Like,
That's
your
a
guys
fact.
and shit can give you certain things, but it's just certain shit you can't get from your boys and shit. Like, a woman can always provide you. That's why I always that's not why I always said. I shot my shot and this shit didn't work, and then we turned out to be great friends.
You know why it didn't
But
work?
I know you finna try to get your shit off, little stinking ass, musty ass, dirty ass, ashy ass, little teeth ass, snot nose ass boy.
Alright, fuck it. He fucking he threw fucking got
that shit the fuck out of here, shit.
No, I got a quick sidebar question for y'all.
Said little teeth ass. What you saying?
I got a quick sidebar question for y'all, and we ain't got to stay on the long. When did you realize that you were being friend zoned?
Oh shit! So it happened a couple times and shit. Actually, if Nigel was here, he could know I was notoriously getting put in the friend zone. A lot of my, because I used to always try to talk to like extremely attractive women and shit,
Right.
and they'll be like, "No, nigga, your ass right here, like, bro. I would like to get physical." But so me, I always know it. You know, for two things. One, it'll be overly jokey and shit. Like,
facts.
It'll be like too much. At one point, they'll punch you and shit. What the fuck? She hit me like how Rico would hit me.
She hit you with the bro instantly and shit.
And or they cool with flaming you like a nigga will flame you and shit. Like, shit your old potato knot knees head ass. You like, what the fuck? Damn, that shit. You actually said some hurtful shit in that joke.
And when they comfortable talking about they other problems with you,
Or
and shit.
I know facts. That's a great
Facts.
one.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they start telling you about
Another
other
nigga and
niggas, like,
shit.
yo, I don't know. I just think he just don't understand me and shit. I'm like, the fuck? I don't understand your ass either right now. God damn, I hate this shit. But tell me more. Nigga just,
no, that's a fact. Niggas have definitely tried to. Niggas have definitely been in the friend zone and tried to get pulled up to the NBA league and
Hey,
shit.
nigga just ease on into that.
No, it's a fact. Niggas start getting friend zone is like being in the G League trying to work your way up to the NBA.
Okay, so okay, now let's reverse it because hold on. Most guys get put. Well, some guys get put in the friend zone. How do you escape your way out of that friend zone?
All right, I already escaped the friend zone. But here's what I'm gonna say though, before I even jump on that shit. A lot of time, because when you in the friend zone, because one thing I was noticing when I had like a bunch of women friends or whatnot, is some of my women friends were cooler than my guy friends and shit.
I know facts. I'm notorious for that.
Because like one, they will actually be real friends and shit. Like if you going through some shit, they gonna hold you down like a month, and not just hold you. They really gonna try to help you out type shit. I'm like, if I tell Rico or nah, y'all niggas just gonna be like, damn, what the fuck you gonna do, nigga? Nigga, what you gonna do? Like, you ask Nas, like, hey, bro, let me crash something.
Now you probably throw some hot grease on you and shit.
Yeah, and then, cause like the dynamics between a girl that's a friend, and your guys that are friends, it's like when you with your homies, y'all just mostly joking on each other 9 times out of 10 and shit. When you talking with your home girl and shit, y'all more so just friends on. Y'all can talk way more than just jokes and shit, and it's just like mutual understanding. Like, yo, we just cool. We can connect on other levels and shit. Niggas don't be connecting on other levels with their homies at all.
Oh no, not at all.
It's sports and jokes, nigga, and a little bit about your family. But when we get too damn mushy, it's like, bruh, tell me another joke, nigga, before I log off this bitch and shit. But to your original or to your follow-up question of how do you escape that shit, timing, consistency, bruh. It's all about if you eventually want to escape the friend zone, and if they see you in that light, like if they automatically never was attracted to you, and like you just kind of got caught in that. Remember, bruh? Phone, bruh. Remember that shit?
Fuck you.
Nah, come on, bro. We ain't know this shit. We
You're
are
a Jamaican Jew.
This fuck wrong. But no, what I was saying was like to escape that shit. First, they have to always thought you were attractive and shit, right? Because if they never was attracted to you, you would never be able to escape.
Yeah, but they could think you attractive, but then it's another nigga that's out there that look way better than you too and shit.
Okay, let me go. Hold on, let me go.
I was still talking. He just kind of let me finish, and I'm gonna let you jump. But I'm just saying, they gotta think you're attractive, but also consistency and timing. So like, if you just met her at the wrong time and she was dating someone, and y'all became friends, and that's what it was and shit, then you just kind of wait it out, play the waiting game. And that's why a lot of niggas don't like their girls having guy friends, because most of those dudes be just playing the waiting game.
I know, fact, it's a whole strategy.
Hell yeah, but a lot of times, I don't mind if significant other has a guy friend, because it's like, cause I know who I am, and it's like, yo, do you and shit. But a lot of guys don't like that shit, because we know who we are. We like, yo, I know if I was playing a waiting game, this nigga would probably play that shit too to see if you fuck up and shit, but... You know.
I think your views on that will change if you get married. You ain't finna have your wife with a male friend and shit.
Nah, that's a fact.
Nah, I don't mind that shit, but no, keep going what you just said.
No, it depends. Like if that male friend would have to been here during the duration of the relationship and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just pop up. Like I can't just pop up with a female friend. She can't just pop up with a male friend and shit, because that changes the dynamic of the whole relationship and shit.
What if it was a work friend though? Like, what if she met that? Like, she was at work, they just became cool at work, but they just on some friendly shit. They just like, you telling her she can't have friends of the opposite
No,
sex?
it's the same thing. You would have to introduce me to that work friend and shit. If that's really a friend to you, and it's that important, and that person is as important to you as you assume it to be and shit, they would have to go through your mate and shit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
What you got?
I was just thinking, like, what if, okay, so you and the woman, y'all are friends or whatever, but y'all got some type of energy with each other where y'all are friends, but sometimes when y'all hang around each other or whatever, it can seem more than friends. Cause I got an example. I've been cool with this one girl for like years on years or whatever. And like, I remember my guy had liked her or whatever, cause I had introduced him to her or whatever. And we was all hanging out like smoking hookah, but like me and her just been friends for years or whatever. But when we was hanging out, from his point of view, he was like, yo, y'all look way more than friends or whatever, because I don't know, of our body language towards each other.
was tongue kissing her and shit. That's why y'all was looking more than friends. Like, come here, baby.
Nah, just if the
chemistry
right, if the chemistry right.
No, my point is like, how do you balance that? Like, if y'all know y'all like true friends or whatever, but like sometimes y'all don't like do things that cross the line, but you know, like we can actually take it there because we connect when we go there sometimes or whatever.
That's what happened in my current situation. It's like we always were friends, but whenever we was around each other, it was just like a ultimate connection, because that was my homie, you know what I mean? And so it's like niggas already kind of was building that shit, but niggas never crossed that line because she was with someone and shit. But you automatically knew, like, if there was a chance, it would just be a seamless transition, because it's like we was already had that easy ass connection. And
so that's how you escaped out the friend zone.
Yeah, you pretty much. It's more so just timing. Like if y'all both single at the same time,
sound like it's everything. Like it timing sound. I mean, in Trey's situation, like he said, timing is everything, because it just seemed like the recipe for everything was going right. You know what I'm saying? Like not only did the time line up, the situations are lined up. Both of them. They both met at a place where both of them are respected in their careers and shit. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like they on a mutual ground. It'd probably been way different if they would have met like a couple years ago. And
that's a good ass point too, because like.
Also, hold on.
Let me talk. That point he just made was an amazing ass point though, because like there was moments when either she was progressing further than I was, or I started progressing further. She like at the time we're both established. Like she would have met me back then when I was trying to figure out how to use my degree and get into my career, whatever, and shit. She was on the same shit. Then she got into her first. Then I was like, fuck, I'm not on that level yet. So you don't even know if I have that potential and shit. So it's like, damn, like I might fuck with this person, but we're not on the same. We're not walking down the same path
And that's not to say
overall goal wise.
And that's not to say that it can't work, because two people can work together while working on each other and shit. It's just in your certain situation, it just, like you said, timing. It just so happened to work out perfectly and shit.
Right. Now what you was saying, Meech?
I was just gonna bring up the situation I was talking about or whatever, because me and my guy from this day disagree on who was right and who was wrong. Because okay, let's say it's me, my homie, the homegirl, and then I think she brought like some friend, some ugly friend or whatever. But we was all at the hookah spot. Keep in mind, I introduced him to her so he can, do his thing. Because I was already like, shit, she my friend, so we ain't going no farther than that. I'll put you on or whatever. So when we at the hookah, like, she flirting with me and shit or whatever, and it seemed like we like real flirtatious or whatever. And he like, yo, I thought you was putting me on or whatever. I'm like, I am. I can't control what she doing or whatever. Like,
that nigga insecure.
I'm like, I didn't cross the line. I didn't like kiss her. I didn't like rub her.
Wait, what was she doing to you and shit?
She was just like all up, like under me and shit or whatever, just doing like
putting her ass on you and shit.
She was just doing like hella flirtatious things or whatever. Like, if you seen that from the outside looking in, you would have thought we was like rocking or whatever. But like, I was trying to tell him like, bro, I'm not in control of what this woman does or whatever. I gave you the assist to alley hoop that bitch, and if you couldn't deliver, bro, you can't be mad at me like, bro, why the fuck?
Especially if you there giving him
one thing I will say about that situation though is you're not wrong in anything that you said or did. You know what I'm saying? It's just in those type of situations, depending on the kind of relationship that your relationship with her might be different than the relationship that she have with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you put your guy in that situation, if his vibe wasn't right then, he was pretty much already X'd out and shit.
Oh no, it wasn't. So that wasn't the situation. Like, that wasn't their first time meeting or whatever. They had seemingly clicked or whatever. So they had hung out a couple times already. I had already been put him on. So he already thought he was in the game, and then we all hung out together. And then the element switched and shit once I was there or whatever. And like,
but that's what I'm saying. If his vibe wasn't right, at that moment,
no,
shit,
it wasn't.
He had lost his shit.
It was not his vibe or whatever. Like, they had already hung out previously and they was rocking or whatever. It was like the first time outside of like some drunk shit that we all hung out together or whatever. And I don't know. It wasn't what he thought it was gonna be.
But
and
the
I
vibe was better than his, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's all it accounted to.
No, that's all I was trying to tell him. Like, bro, it's not my fault, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like,
if I'm throwing you the assist,
and like I said before, I'm not kicking you up under the bus or nothing. Like, you did nothing wrong. And shit. His vibe just wasn't right.
And you already set the stage. Like, if I'm coming into the stage and I'm setting it, and you don't pick up on the stage, and like, if I'm gonna bring you the damn food and shit, I'm like, yo, this shit's hot and ready. And then you just stare at that shit all night, and then I'm like, bro, that chicken look hella good. It got hot sauce on it. I started eating. I'm like, bro, I put that shit there. You looking like you don't want to eat this
fact.
shit.
You can't get mad because you dropped the ball. Like, I gave you, I threw you the assist. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like, now I could have been one of them niggas that never just threw you a dime at all, and then you would still be complaining. Facts. I threw you the bone. You know what I'm saying? That's your fault you didn't catch the drift.
No, I knew I wasn't wrong. I'm like, let me go get some different opinions, because it's just me and you going back and forth. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. Yeah. Or whatever. So, but we can move on though.
He was insecure because he seen the vibes, man.
I mean, it's the vibes if you know, but then he just had to play the game right and like get her to notice shit about him and shit. Like,
or he could have just talked to her friend and shit.
Or just talk to her, be like, all right, yo. Or you just acknowledge the.
Don't listen.
Here's what he should have done. He just acknowledged what it was. Like, yo, Meech said you were nice. Blah blah. Like you brought him in that situation.
My whole problem.
She would have automatically knew like, all right, Meech brought you to talk to me and shit.
My whole problem with Dog though is that he should have never brought the problem to Meech. If he really wanted to get up under her skin, he could have just talked to her friend.
Who this nigga and shit? Cause I'm about to.
Oh no, we don't do that.
Nah, I'm about to cuss this nigga the fuck out.
We don't do that.
Hey yo, hey hold on, no. Hey my nigga, chill out before you get hit in your shit, dog. You feel me? Cause me and my brother, we stump niggas the fuck out. You feel me? Nigga. We stump niggas out, bro.
No, we ain't on that. That's my nigga or whatever.
I'm playing this shit.
But hey, no, bro, we can move on though. Whatever. We just had a miss. Well, we just got two different opinions on that or whatever.
Hey, talk to her friend and make her jealous, B.
I know her friend's super trash.
I don't give
she
a
looking
fuck.
like
talk
a motherfucking sock puppet.
Talk to her.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to her. You ever seen how to get? How to be a player?
No, that's what. Hold on. That's what he thought. That's what he thought. The my homegirl was doing. Like she trying to make him jealous or whatever. Cause
she's calling you the ugly dude.
What? Not at all.
This nigga.
I know where you going
Hold on,
with that.
you hit me with some jokes.
No, I know where you going with
Hit him with
that.
some jokes.
No, I'm saying that's what he thought or whatever. And I was like, nah, like nigga, I've been on her way before you, so I've been had this chemistry or whatever. But let's move along. We ain't got to keep talking about this.
All right, then we gonna always tackle these hard hitting relationship topics. So if you need some advice from motherfuckers, y'all just ask us. Be like, yo, I want y'all to help me with X, Y, and Z because we got another relationship topic. It's not really a relationship. It's more so like, what's harder to do? Is it harder to break up with your friends or your homies, or is it harder to break up with your girlfriend and shit? I'm gonna ask Meech this shit because, like, yeah, I'm gonna start off with you, Meech. Which one is harder to do?
It's the relationship because you got your motherfucking heart invested in that, depending on how far the relationship goes or whatever. Now, that's the one that will sting instantly. The one that will hurt over time is the loss of the friendship or whatever, because that was something real or whatever. Like the spouse or the girlfriend or whatever, like you move on, you find different people or whatever. Like friends, good friends normally don't come that often. So if you lose a good friend on something stupid, because like I came close to a situation like that. Like I had a homeboy or whatever, like got some misunderstanding between some chick he was talking to. She made up some lies and shit, and we was cool for like years, and we still is or whatever. But at that moment, he believed some dumb shit she said or whatever, and that was gonna be a major fallout, and we'd have been through some real shit together. So that would have been like a real loss, because that's like a real fucking brother to me or whatever. And then like I've lost females before. Like at that moment, hell yeah, that shit hurt. Like I thought we was gonna be something real and shit or whatever. Like you get to listen to R&B tunes and shit. All kind of
video. Remember that video? Old dude.
Facts. He said that shit make you feel like you about to die. Like
he said, nigga, it was raining in my apartment. I was just crying so damn much.
No, facts. Like, so it's the relationship first, because shit, when you think y'all going good, especially depending on how that shit go left, like that shit'll have you listening to Drake playlist. Nah, motherfucking stop. But
all right, for me, I would say it's the relationship and shit. Only for me, losing. I mean, if the relationship is built like that, you know what I mean. Like if you start to figure that y'all niggas, if you think y'all gonna go to the next level and shit. Like I've lost hella friends before.
All right, so let's say
no,
hold on. Let's say it's between your past relationship, because I know you went through some shit with that, and then let's say you and Nigel fell out, because we all know you secretly in love with him.
Facts. Yo, Nas, hit me that. Hey, Nas, send me that DM, bro. What you talking about? But nah, what I'm gonna say is, because that's my fucking brother and shit. So
Goddamn, why your eyes get watery when you say that shit?
Man.
Damn, good looking
I said I can't lose you either and shit. But only thing I'm saying, niggas like Rico and Nige and your ugly, cause y'all niggas.
I'm your brother.
Of course, I'm saying, but if I niggas like, you know, we got cousins who hate each other.
Now I'm saying put your
no. But listen. I'm saying I have best friends outside Nige and Rico, like my homeboys in Atlanta and shit. Oh no, listen. My homeboys in Atlanta and shit like that. So I've lost really close friends before. Like
I'm talking about, nigga. I understand other friends, nigga. Listen. You know who the fucking friends I'm talking about and shit.
No, I'm saying because I have more time with Rico and Nas than I have with any relationship.
That's my point. So imagine if you lost that friendship with them.
Nah, I'm not comparing that. Because I don't
you just don't want to let them. You about to hold his hand? God damn.
Hey, don't leave me, bruh. The king leave and shit. Just don't leave me, Rico. Nah, but one thing I would say is relationships are, because 9 times out of 10, the older you get, like you can be friends with niggas forever, but when the relationship, when you starting to see that shit way further, like you're like, all right, we might get married, we're gonna have a family, we're gonna do all this shit. You start building this future life in your brain and shit. And then when that shit just gets fucking burnt down, you gotta kind of start from scratch. Like when you with your friends, you don't really build some future shit with it. It's just like, these are my homies. It is what it is. If you lose them, it'd be like, that's fucked up. But I wasn't trying to do shit with the world with y'all niggas. I wasn't trying to have another human being on this earth walking around with y'all. I wasn't trying to let you infiltrate my family and shit. So I think
that's not true. Your friends have
No, I'm talking about infiltrating my family. It's like built like how you have.
I get it.
Yeah, you got a son that is from that person and shit. So it's like, I think that's harder because like I've lost close friends back in Atlanta, and if I'm thinking about the same time of my previous relationship versus like the friends I had lost, it was around the same time span. Like I knew them as just as long as I had knew my my previous relationship, and when I lost them as friends versus when I lost her. Losing her is way worse than losing them and shit.
Yeah, because that don't compare. I'm talking about your real friends. I know you can't see it and shit.
Let me
get the shaking and shit.
This is my point. I'll let you talk and shit. I'm just saying overall, if I'm comparing timelines, I knew Nigel since I was damn near elementary school and shit. You know what I mean? I knew Rico since I was fucking sophomore year in high school and shit, all the way till now.
So my question is, are you in love with Nigel?
Nah, not yet. Hey, I'm gonna shoot him a Valentine, see if he say that shit. But overall, though, I think it's still harder to lose a real love than losing a friend. Because friends come and go and shit. Like, it's hard as fuck to find love and shit. And then when you find that shit, and then if you lose, it's like, all right, bro. It's hard as fuck to do that shit again. And
women
shit.
come and go, too.
Nah, I'm saying women come and go, but love don't come and go and shit.
It wasn't love if it left.
Nah, bro. It was love and shit. Like,
it can be love and love.
Y'all just don't eye to eye, but like it was love.
Y'all can literally have mutual differences. Put it like this:
I felt the brunt of that shit, and it felt like a goddamn it felt like I was at a funeral and shit. Like I've never felt that type of depression before.
No, that's a fact. I was
losing weight and shit. I was losing weight, bro.
I would much rather. Damn, this is gonna sound fucked up. I would much rather lose not a real close friend, but an associate than lose my actual relationship.
Nah, that's not. Anybody can lose an associate. I'm talking about lose like a best friend, like somebody that's been holding you down your entire life since you met them and lost the real love of your life.
The only way I'm gonna stop being friends with niggas is if they die and shit. Yeah. Even then, I gotta bury.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm not. I'm saying it's like you can't really like. If we don't have the same timeline, of course, niggas I knew longer gonna have. But I'm talking about if I knew you and I knew you and I knew y'all around the same periods of time and y'all both, cause I got best friend like my homeboy there that I brought in the time. That's my nigga like a month. And the nigga need a kidney. You had to order that bitch. I was like, he ain't get. Hey, there you ain't get my kidney. Fuck wrong with you, bro. I never thought he was gonna have a kidney and shit. But no, that's my nigga though, and. Nah, cause if I lost that nigga, I'd be sad as hell too and shit. Well, I guess it's friends for me. I'm just playing. I think both sides, cause like I said, I still was.
You gotta pick.
It's love and shit.
All three of us are in agreement that the love is much harder and shit. Especially because not only have you
we not in agreement. We just said friends.
No, I didn't. I said I was the first one who spoke.
Said love and shit. Especially since like you and both of y'all make valid ass points. You. On the strength of the whole kid thing, but not even just that, just everything that you invested into a person and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you invest into friendships, but you invest into your relationship way more and shit.
Big old fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not only do you invest in your relationship, you don't have to necessarily learn your friends like you have to learn a relationship and shit.
That's an amazing ass point, because like within a relationship, you start finding out shit about yourself, and you start to make shit about yourself better and shit. Like you strive to be a better person, and you try to. Your
friends, depending on what they do, can make you want to do better. A relationship is going to force you to do better.
Right. I'm saying like, there's nothing y'all niggas do. I'm like, all right, I want to do this to make them feel certain. Like I don't do that shit for my homie, but like with your girl and shit, it's like, all right, she's teaching you to do certain shit better, become a better person and shit, and do all this extra shit that you don't even care about. Becoming that, like I don't hit up Rico and be like, yo, hey bro, you should probably start doing blah blah blah. But with your relationship, she gonna let you know all of the flaws, all the shit that you don't do right, or that you need to improve on and shit. Right. And then you're gonna try to work on that shit. You know what I mean? So
hold on. Also, the reason why it will be the woman or whatever, or the love or whatever, because they connect with you on different emotional levels or whatever. Like it just brings certain different emotions out of you that a friendship could never reach or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that shit just tears you the fuck down when that shit is gone and shit. So
because you know how when niggas argue, like when you argue, like if I argue with y'all, we be arguing about some stupid shit, like who had the best album or some dumb shit.
I can argue with y'all and it won't linger like how it would in a relationship.
Yeah, I was saying, like niggas would be like, like it seems like you mad at the moment, but those relationship like head to head moments and shit. That shit be real. And
that shit like a bust.
I know facts. Like when I was with my BM, I seen like some of the most stressful fucking moments I've ever seen in like arguments and shit or whatever. Like, man, I ain't even finna. Never mind.
That's another thing. That's one more thing too, though. One more thing that a relationship a relationship actually brings out the worst in you and shit. It shows you a whole different side that you never even knew existed and shit.
Actually,
it do.
I disagree because I mean it can at a point or whatever. But speaking for me, after learning from my past situation, if I never went through that, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I know now how to react in certain different things or whatever. So that made me a better person or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
He's saying like you didn't even like
you probably didn't even know that you had that kind of person inside of you.
You didn't even know that nigga was coming out like cause.
Oh yeah,
and then you
Dr.
like,
Dre and shit come out of you and shit. Next thing you know, you choking and shit out that bitch.
Yeah, you learn how to once the relationship over, you know what not to do. And shit. Like me and Trey was having a conversation one day. Like once you out of a relationship for a while and you jump back in. You jump back in cautiously because you understand A, what's at stake, and B, what you don't want it to happen again and shit.
I'm not gonna lie, like now, me, shit, if I jump in a new relationship, like I'm on my fucking Janae vibes. If this shit ain't peaceful, I'm out of here. I can't deal with that stress. Yeah, like that shit, it literally affects every portion of your life. If you stressed at home, it goes into your work. Mm-hmm. It goes into your parenting. Like I'm got exactly.
Yeah, I remember one night
I
was arguing like I was arguing like a motherfucker and I could not sleep. I was tossing and turning because I was so goddamn stressed the fuck out.
Have you ever?
You was sleeping on a treehouse, little ugly eyes. You was sleeping on a bridge and shit.
Hey, y'all niggas gotta see Meech's house though. That shit ugly as hell. Like, goddamn, you sleep here? He's like, never my sink. Like, goddamn,
bro, you sleep in your sink, little ugly eyes. Lou be wiping his butt in his sink. Fuck wrong with that.
Have y'all ever had an argument in the morning and then it just it literally just drag on the whole day,
bro? And I
ain't never had an argument with my guys that lasted more than 2 minutes.
And then the wild shit about it when y'all start reaching that toxicity level and shit, like y'all can literally start arguing about the stupidest small shit, and that shit would just blow the fuck up. Like,
facts.
Who the fuck dropped this fucking cookie crumb on the ground and he ain't gonna sweep it up and I'm gonna trip your shit? You trying to kill me? Goddamn. But yeah, so that's kind of how that shit went. So we kind of done with the old relationship joints and shit. But if y'all do have relationship shit y'all want us to talk about, because you might be going through some shit currently and you like, yo, somebody help me out because I might be seeing this shit wrong. Hit us up, let us know. We'll cover that shit. Let you know, yo.
Actually, somebody I've been talking to have told me because she listened to our podcast or whatever, and she was telling me like some things y'all do talk about do give me different perspectives. So we out here, you know, killing the game, boys out here killing the games.
Back in the hanging.
Y'all got them questions, man. Don't be afraid to hit us up for real. We don't mind engaging and listening to what y'all got to say, man.
Yo, but let me ask y'all this though, because I was noticing this shit the other day, probably a couple weeks ago. So I started maybe like 3-4 years ago, right? I was on this whole like debt free train and shit. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna be whatever it takes to be debt free. So I'm gonna humble myself and drop bills drastically, right? So I was like, let me switch my phone. I wanted to get the cheapest phone I can find. Make sure I pay a phone bill of like $35 a month. I was like, bam, let me get the cheap shit. I was like, yo, I don't need X, Y, and Z as far as like certain shit. I'm gonna just continue to save bread and shit. So I was doing that shit for like 4 years. Started when I was in Atlanta and shit. And the older I got, the more I'm like, yo, it might be time to give up this cheap ass lifestyle and shit. Cause my current phone is like $35 a month, but it's like one of the worst phones you could possibly have and shit. So I want to ask y'all, are we too old? Oh no, that, and then I bought a car off the street and shit. You know what I mean? I only paid like $2,000. That bitch been still riding strong to this day. And it's just cause like my whole thing was like, I don't want to pay a note. I want to have the cheapest phone bill you could possibly find. I only want to pay Wi-Fi. I want to pay no other shit. I'm gonna use as many niggas login passwords for Netflix, Hulu, HBO, all that shit. Right. I was keeping my expenses down low as a motherfucker. But now that I'm getting older and I'm making way more money I've ever made and shit, are we too old to be cheap?
I'll start off. One thing I will say, the amount of money you make pretty much changes your attitude on what to spend and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at a place right now where I actually make decent money and shit, so I don't mind buying certain shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that I'm gonna just go out and buy like everything and shit, but it's just certain shit I'm just not budging on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done got a lot older where certain phones I don't necessarily have to break my back for it. I used to be the nigga that just go get a new phone down there every year and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like you too. I'm 1,000% with using as many logins as I can and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you my nigga, let me go on ahead and get that up off you and shit. Favor for a favor and shit.
One thing I always thought about, because what made my mind at ease when I switched to a terrible Metro PCS phone and shit, I was like, yo, when do you need that goddamn phone? Like, you don't be on shit like that all the time. Are you going to pay $100 extra to do some shit you rarely use and shit? And when I made that shit up in my mind, like, bro, you don't be on your phone like that to be paying this type of money. Like, what do you need all this extra memory for and this extra gigs and this fast, all this shit? That's how I rationalize.
Well, that's funny that you say that because that's how I started coming to grips with shit. Like, I just upgraded my phone like maybe 2 years ago. Prior to that, I had the same phone for like 4 years. And I'm not the type of nigga that take 1,000 pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I got a million screenshots, but I don't really care to take pictures or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like little lifestyle changes. Like the shit that I want to buy, I buy and shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that I want to be cheap on, I know what when you got the money for shit, you realize what you really want to buy, you go buy, and the shit that you want to be cheap on, you go really make cheap and shit.
I'm waiting to the universe tell me, bitch nigga, upgrade now. Like, Facts. Yo, you need a new fucking phone and you need a new goddamn car. Cause I wait till the universe explains it to me. And like my current phone, if I call niggas, I only can talk for 3 minutes and that shit hanging up on you and shit. And it was cool if I was talking to y'all niggas and shit, but I'm on the phone with like Wells Fargo or the bank and shit. I'm like, yeah, so I want it. And it's like, blink. I'm like, hello? My phone just hang up on important ass calls or fucking. Imagine if you was interviewing and some shit. Your shit just go
One
out.
thing,
I'm upgrade. We gotta let me just get his little take on this.
No,
shit.
I gotta say one more quick thing. The only reason I got a car note now is because of my baby and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed something reliable for my kid for sure and shit. Otherwise, I'd have definitely been on that. I was the mascot for no fucking note and shit. Facts. For sure and shit. Like I was like, nah, I'll stack it up, buy it. Do whatever the fuck I need to do and shit. But having a kid changes. Having a kid forces you to make sure that you have certain luxuries and shit.
All right, let's go, Meech.
As far as being cheap and shit, as you get older, I don't know. It's a two-way street. Like some things, like you were saying about your phone and the car or whatever. Like I'm the same way. How you say you let the universe. Like literally, my old phone before this, like. I couldn't see you couldn't see on the screen or whatever. Like I could barely hear people or whatever. Like literally, I'm talking about it literally fell apart. Like the phone started falling apart and shit or whatever. So I had no choice but to go get a phone. It wasn't even the phone no more and shit. And then like, I think it's certain things. Like if you could be cheap on little shit. Like if you just watching TV and cable and shit like that, yeah, you could be cheap on that shit. But when it comes to like important shit, like when it comes to like, your vehicle, I learned this the hard way. Don't go the cheap route because that shit gonna end up fucking breaking down and you're gonna end up spending more money than what you would have spent anyways or whatever. So, Facts. And also another thing I noticed, like people is cheap when it comes to spending money on other people. Like if you want to go get some shit for yourself, you'll get some nice shit. Like if you finna go get a gift for somebody else, you'll take the shortcut route or whatever. I noticed that. And then also we decide on what we want to be cheap on because we'll go buy every unnecessary shit we don't need, but be cheap as a bitch when it comes to buying food and shit. Like we don't need to survive on that.
God
food,
damn, that's a
he ain't speaking. Nah, he outside of food, nigga. Niggas will go out and go buy a pair of J's, but will not for the life of me go buy new T-shirts and drawers and shit.
Facts. That and now that's a good ass point because like, so there are necessities that you can't be cheap on. I'm gonna name them off. Food, get the right food, because niggas is like, yo, we'll spend. Buy the new J's, get us an amazing ass phone. Niggas ain't gonna buy the right amazing food that you can have.
Facts.
Going to the doctor and shit, cause like that doctor bill come. Niggas don't want to pay that doctor bill, but they'll pay that same $400 on some other shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've been dodging. Literally, I got a doctor bill from when my son was first, because when they born you have to pay or whatever. I haven't paid that since. He about to turn 4 next Wednesday or whatever. It's been 4 years. They've been looking for me and shit.
Collections, because I
already know. Like,
yeah, I was when I went to doctor last year and shit. I back when I had caught COVID and shit, and they had gave me a strep throat test and shit. I didn't know that shit was gonna be like $300. They sent me that. They tell me that shit's in collections right now, and it's bringing down my credit score and shit. I gotta pay them niggas like a motherfucker. But so medical. But then back to the phone shit. Now the phone is becoming more of a necessity than it is a luxury.
Facts.
And I would say that because I gotta start now that I'm doing the little business shit on the side and shit. I need something where I can talk to clients more frequently. Because I was talking to the client, the chick that's my first client, and we were talking. My shit hung up in like 2 minutes. I'm like, hello. I'm like, brother, you can't do that shit with fucking clients. And with the podcast, because it's like now we got to start posting pictures and doing this shit. You want to have the best quality pictures you can have, and just to get more or just overall quick content out. A better phone will be able to produce that faster and quicker. Easier and shit. So I was like, yo, the universe is telling you, yo, you just need to bite this bullet because you just need it'll help you in so many other areas in my business, in our podcast, and just talking to fucking if I got to call work or if I got an interview.
Well, you know another thing too though, Trick. The newer the phone is, the newer the technology is too. Like a lot of phones got like PowerPoint on it and shit like that now, like Microsoft Word and shit. Like, and not no bullshit. It got premium shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
fact. So,
also another thing that you should spend your money on, like, you can feel the difference when you go into somebody's home who invested some real money versus niggas that just take a shortcut routes or whatever. Like I spend it feels like a real fucking home when you go into people's homes who spent like a decent amount on certain things they have or whatever.
Yo, King. As you can see, I spent money in this motherfucker. I bought some paintings and shit. I got a Christmas tree over there and shit. I be putting a little money in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? So I agree with you on that point, because like I will spend money on that. But
you wouldn't put money in your car where you could die in that bitch.
No, I put money. I've been that old boy been fucking my car.
I'm saying like
this nigga like 5 racks.
I'm saying instead of putting money in that bitch, go get a new one. Like a car can literally kill you. Like when I was driving in my car and the wheel popped off, like if that would have popped off on a highway, like I could have died in that bitch. And like it was all because I took the shortcut route and went to a used tire shop for some niggas to blow my tire like a balloon and shit.
No, what I'm saying is like my car actually, I mean, it hasn't been a hazard. Like, my shit's not a hazardous car. Like I've had it for like 4 to 5 years. It never stopped on me, never stalled out or no shit like that. Like this has been a good investment for me. It's been like small shit like, yo, I got a random ass leak and some shit. But like far as like the engine is still good. So I would just say I'm not gonna get a new goddamn car and shit. I'm waiting on that motherfucker to fall off. You feel me? And shit. I'm not paying that shit. Only how I would say
I can't talk though. Like my last Malibu, just like I told y'all, my phone broke down. Like it was literally, I was driving my Malibu before I had this truck. Like that bitch was literally shaking and shit, and it just cut off in the middle of the street. Oh, yeah, that was the end of that bitch.
How it came and shit. But I would say only time I'm gonna decide to get a new car is I have to have another hustle involved. So I say that to say, when I get a new car, I'm also gonna be an Uber driver and a Lyft driver as well. Like,
no, that's a fact.
Because like I talk to a lot of Uber people when I'm like taking Ubers and shit, and they'd be like, yo, they using Uber to pay off their shit and like how that side income.
Nah, the Rich Dad Poor Dad book that I was reading, he was basically saying just whatever you can make an investment, just find something that's gonna help you pay that investment off versus you just having that investment and shit.
Right. Also, hold on, I got another greater point or whatever. Like when you single, it's easy to be cheap or whatever. Like when you with somebody, like they encourage you, women encourage you to spend your money, like especially if it's on them or whatever. So they don't like the cheap route, so it's easier to be cheap when you single, like a nigga like me.
Facts.
No lies told.
But yeah,
ain't no lies told at all. You gotta be. That's another damn topic, because to be in a relationship, you will take some losses when it comes to financial impacts.
Losses? What you mean? You go. Everything is double.
So everything. Is it a certain amount that you should be making before, like, you know how like certain, like, yo, I need to have a certain amount of income before I decide to be in a relationship? Just so
I don't believe.
No, it's like it's
I
like,
don't subscribe to that.
Hold on, it's like when you move into a new place and they tell you got to make twice as much or whatever. That's damn near a relationship.
Damn, facts. Speak that shit. That's
That boy
facts.
body
That's
and that.
facts.
Yo,
No,
if you need,
smoke that.
if you are considering getting into a relationship and you work at Wendy's or at Walmart and shit,
Bad
exit.
investment.
Exit,
Nah.
bro. No, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on,
nah.
listen, bro. Before I'm gonna let you go. Before I just want to say it, and then I'm gonna let you do your shit. Only thing I'm saying, if y'all both broke as a fuck, then you good. Like if she worked at Walmart with you, y'all both on the same income levels, you straight. But if you work at Walmart and your girl works at goddamn Apple and shit or Nike or something, like she's making like 3 times as much as you making this shit, and you gotta take her out, and it's like, all right, I can't afford this shit at all. You know what I mean? But you gonna bust your ass. That happened to me early on in my dating life, back when I was like 18 and shit. And I remember I was going on hella dates, and I would be like, that's when I was working at Foot Locker. You know, Foot Locker checks was too damn small and shit.
That's a fact.
And I remember one day, because I didn't realize how small that Foot Locker check was until I tried to take this cute ass girl on a date and shit. And then we went, and I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, all right, yo, don't order this steak.
Nothing like
Don't
when they
order
come
the
in.
goddamn steak.
Ain't
She was
nothing like when that
she
motherfucking
was-
waiter coming with that bill and
yo,
you just trembling.
No, she was like, let me get the filet mignon. I was like, God damn, that shit's $70. And they asked me what I wanted. I was like, yo, let me get some hot wings and shit. I had some hot wings and some water and shit. I was too damn pissed. That bill was like $150 and shit.
I don't subscribe to that only because y'all can be working at different jobs at different prices, you know what I'm saying? But as long as the person is willing to work their way up, that's what matters. Cause it's people that's in a relationship with somebody that ain't got no job at all and happy as fucking shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? That ain't us. That ain't shit that we subscribe to.
No, I mean, I'm saying, so certain women still want certain shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't take a model on dates without feeling like you're breaking your goddamn pockets, they gonna see it in you, because you're gonna be like,
some chicks don't even understand what a real date is because they've never really been taken out on a real date and shit.
Facts.
yeah, I ain't talking about those women. I'm talking about women.
No, but I'm saying though, if we're gonna talk in general and shit, like a lot of chicks haven't been on a real date. You know what a date for chicks are? What a date for chicks is now and shit.
For those chicks that
disagree.
For those chicks that don't know what a real date is, boy, that's an easy slam dunk. All you gotta do is do some simple shit and they be amazed. Next thing you know, you got the box, nigga.
That's the real shit.
Like
you get the box
you know
right
what
on
niggas is offering chicks right now and shit.
But
and I've heard this numerous times and shit. They offering them the smoke and shit.
Nah, but I'm saying that's not still you. This again when we.
Hey, that's a vibe though. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah,
shit.
so hold on.
Your smoking hookah vibe is way different from somebody trying to roll up a blunt and shit.
Nah, I don't be smoking hookah. I be smoking a blunt too. That should be relaxing as a bitch.
Hold on, we're talking about different.
Get that hookah out of here. That should be relaxing as a motherfucker.
We're talking about the different variations of women and shit. We can't generalize again and say a lot of women don't know. It's certain type of women don't know. Certain type of women do know. It's like a lot of. I would say the young professional women, they know what the fuck a real date is. They've been on real ass dates with guys. They know what that shit is.
Right, but that don't mean that you shouldn't ask a person out because they work at a certain job either, though.
No, I'm not saying ask them. I'm just saying certain quality, like certain women don't like that come to smoke with me shit. That only works on.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna apply to professional.
No, I'm saying I know that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said some women. You know what I'm saying? But if we're speaking general, that's like 50-50 and shit. You're right. Young professional women do know exactly what a date is. Yeah. But some women have never been on a date where a nigga bought them flowers. A lot of chicks ain't never been on dates where they actually went to a nice restaurant and shit. And some chicks think that shit like Red Lobster and Applebee's is a date and shit. It's not a date.
Hold on. And the women that Rico is talking about is the women that I am targeting. Shit. I ain't got time for them hoes trying to make me spend my bread.
Fuck no, in fact, the women that Rico talking about, you ain't got to spend get the 2 for $20 at Applebee's and you in that box and shit. Talking about something.
that's not the shit on somebody. At the end of the day, you pay for what you can afford and shit. As long as you taking that person out, that's what matter and shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can afford to take a motherfucker to a $100 steakhouse and shit,
hey, sorry,
you didn't do that and shit.
Sorry, no. I remember I had called like this black chick off of Tinder, like super cute or whatever. and I took her to Mike restaurant or whatever. You know, his shit it's pretty cool.
No, his shit nice. His player.
It's nice or whatever. And
Shout out to Mike.
Well, I never do this shit again. This bitch, you know, his food in there kind of expensive. She was in there eating good. I'm talking about that bitch had lobster, steak, all kind of shit.
That shit was getting all over her. She like, thank you.
And Mike was like bringing over expensive drinks and shit. Like she was in there having a grand ass time. I never seen this bitch again.
Did he do the fire? You say you never seen this bitch?
Bro, I never seen her again. Like she had a great, wonderful meal and just.
No, you know how they say some women
use men for dates and shit.
I know. In fact, I definitely got caught that night. Like boy, I remember when he was bringing over the bill and shit, and it was like at least like one. It was at least like 120 or whatever, and I was like, damn, I could have used that.
Wait, so does that classify as simping and shit?
No, because I had thoughts that I was gonna beat or whatever, but she beat me. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. So, yo, audience, let us know. Did Meechus get caught simping and lacking? Because I feel like what was Star saying? That nigga Star be like, he said, I ain't never bought a mad bitch nada.
I said, I ain't never got a bitch pet of kids.
I mean, that mean it could classify as simping. But we'll see what the audience got to say.
No, hold on. The only reason I found myself in that predicament because she presented herself as like, you know, a classy woman or whatever. So I'm like, shit, I can't just take you to BW3 and we think it's gonna be cool. So, and plus Mike's shit was just opening, so I'm like, man, this dope, nigga. I'm finna show her a new spot. You know, normally when you show chicks new restaurants, that's the layup or whatever. Layup. It wasn't for me. She blocked that bitch, and she was in there eating fucking lovely.
And almost every dude has
scooped that bill right over to, you know, when that bill comes, you gotta look like, damn, this shit coming right to my lap.
That's a fact. Your heart started racing and shit.
Nigga gotta put that card on that bitch. That should be sticking out. You be like, damn.
Nah,
that shit finna come
and
right
another
on
thing too. Truth be told, a large portion of men have been saved under food guy and chicks' phones.
Yo,
and shit.
but one thing I can say now that I love about my current like financial standing and shit is like. This is the first time now when I go out to like nice ass restaurants.
It don't hurt you.
It don't hurt at all. Like I be like,
fact.
bro, like it is what it is. But I remember back when I was first like when I had like trash ass.
Niggas was counting every penny and shit.
Yeah, like I don't even be looking. I'm like, bro, how much is it, bro? If you don't take this shit. Only time I kind of did that a little bit because when I was in New York, it was that shit was just. Everything was expensive, so you was like, yo, this shit's
now one thing I will say, I don't give a fuck how much money I got. I always check the menu before I go and shit.
Oh, word?
Hell yeah.
I don't be doing that shit at all.
I be checking the menu like fucking shit. Because I gotta make sure if I go to a restaurant, I gotta make sure that there's something there that I'm enjoying. Shit.
Right, but that's gonna wrap up that old topic though. But let us know, like, was Meechus simping when he did that shit? Did he simp? You know what I mean? And
he just got caught slipping.
That's what I'm saying. We gonna let the audience tell us and shit. And also. Are you cheap now as an adult, or do you think that niggas gotta spend hella bread and shit? But moving on, so it's been this. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Casanova case, and just to let you know who Casanova is, he's a New York rapper. He made that one song. He be like
Brooklyn.
Oh yeah,
I'm so Brooklyn.
Yeah, so he's that guy. He was Tax Stone's. If you know who Tax Stone is, he had a podcast. He went to prison and shit. That was like Tax Stone's best friend. But Casanova has been indicted on like a hella
money laundering, murder, RICO charges,
all type of wild shit, right? So this past week, as the case was unfolding, the FBI had released. Well, they released some shit saying like they were using Vlad interview that Casanova did in like 2017 or 2018, where he was pretty much giving that shit up in that interview, and he was talking about how he was stabbing niggas in prison and he was doing all this illegal shit like killing niggas in prison and shit. And they were saying, the article was saying that the FBI would use that information against Casanova to kind of build the image of his character and like who he is as an overall artist to get those RICO charges and other fucked up charges against him. My question to y'all is, do you blame Vlad for Casanova, for Casanova's situation, and also other artists that go on Vlad's channel and incriminate themselves?
Nope.
And shit?
Let me go first. Get Vlad the fuck out of here. And get everybody else that go on that show the fuck out of here. Like,
Facts.
if you ever watched a Vlad interview, it's the craziest shit ever. I watched the interview. He asked a rapper like, when was the first time you started selling drugs? Like, what the fuck do that got to do with my music career and what I got going on now or whatever? Like, literally, Vlad asked nothing about music or whatever. His line of questioning is based on your criminal history or whatever, and this is coming from a white man. Get him the fuck out the culture.
To be fair,
hold on. Let me finish making my point.
Okay.
And for the people that go on Vlad and be spilling that shit, like, what generation did you grow up in? Like, you don't go telling motherfuckers like shit that you know you shouldn't, that's illegal or whatever. So it's no accountability. Like, even though I said get Vlad the fuck out of here and he do need to go or whatever, like, you got to be accountable. Why is you going up there telling on yourself? And then this new age rappers or whatever, everybody is chasing the clout, so they want to be seen and they want to be known. So what's the stupidest shit or the craziest shit I could tell y'all I done or whatever? Especially like Vlad TV got clout after that Soulja Boy shit or whatever, so everybody figured like I'm finna go up there and try to say the wildest, dumbest shit ever or whatever. But
nah, he got clout way before that.
No, he did, but that's not even the point. Like, I feel everybody need to go. Like, Vlad need to go. You a white man in the culture incriminating young black rappers and shit. You don't see you don't see white rappers going up there and him asking them like some pedophile shit or some stupid shit like that. Get Vlad the fuck out of here. And then the rappers or whatever, like, why? What point is you making? This ain't furthering your music career at all. Like, I don't know, outside of that Soulja Boy shit, I don't know no rapper that have benefited from going to Vlad. Like, get that shit the fuck out of here. And he is the feds.
I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000% on getting Vlad the fuck out of here. But let me just play
an alternative point. But I'm gonna let you.
No, I was just gonna say let me play devil's advocate
for the white man.
Let me play devil's advocate for 1 second and shit. Is he any more worse than the person that's coming on there spilling their own business and shit?
And is he any more worse than like a 60 Minutes? Because he just asked him questions. You
Literally,
don't have to
how can you
don't
have to answer?
Is.
No, wait.
He's much older than them. He taking advantage of young black artists trying to get on.
How is he taking
the fuck out of here?
Wait. Let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. Like I said before, and I'm being objective right now. How is he taking advantage of somebody that's rapping about shit that's in their lyrics?
Facts.
Rapping and a line of questioning are two different things.
It's the same. If you rapping about it, how come he can't ask you about it if you already telling on yourself?
Pause that.
What the fuck that got to do with it? With my music? No. With me rapping about it, that is, I'm speaking on my. Hold on, let me speak.
Already talked.
If you sat right here in your rap lyrics and said, "Yo, I sold 89 bricks," and Vlad come in here and say, "Well, is it true that you sold 89 bricks?"
Now check me out. I just want to.
That ain't no fair type of question. Get that shit the fuck out of here.
That's his premise. But I got an example though. So when Star went on Vlad TV, right, and Vlad started asking questions about like Hot 97 and all these radio people and like shit he was doing back then.
He didn't want to answer.
And he said, "Bro, I'm not talking about none of that shit." And then Vlad was like, "All right, Then he started asking other shit. All of these artists got. I'm not taking advantage of a Casanova. This nigga's like in his 30s and shit. It's like, bro, you a grown ass man.
And he's a so-called gangster.
And you already been through the system. And you know for a fact that the feds going to continue to watch you because you've been in the system. And he was in and out of prison for a long ass time. So as an interviewer, if I'm just asking you a line of questions, I'm not taking advantage of you. I'm asking you.
You don't have to answer.
I'm like, yo, did you do blah, blah, blah? Bro, I'm not here to answer that. All right. Okay, well, if we're going to figure out another avenue, because even Vlad said that, he was like, bro, when y'all come on my show, y'all can choose what y'all want to answer and shit. Or y'all don't have to answer certain shit at all.
Facts.
Or y'all can choose what y'all want to talk about. Like, if we establish that shit, because even Tax Stone, when Tax Stone had went on there, he started spilling the beans and shit. It's like, he's not talking to little fucking kids. These are grown ass.
A lot of them are.
Casanova was grown.
I'm talking about those cases, grown. But most of the people that go on his show,
Little Boosie was grown.
Okay, so even if you ain't grown, you still are you. Even if you ain't grown, you mean to tell me you'll get on camera and still tell all your business?
My original point was get everybody out of here, get Vlad out of here, get all of them that go up there. Like, do y'all support Vlad? Because I don't know no other fucking hip hop news outlet that asked a line of questions that Vlad asked, and it's coming from a white man.
Yo, so fuck out of here. His premise, that's the premise of the show. So if I'm gonna be the interviewer, but I'm gonna ask you about shit that, like Rico said, if I talk about selling drugs and I want this image to portray what, well, I'm just saying, if that's what his overall niche of his show is, like, yo, I'm gonna listen to your song and I'm gonna ask you about certain shit you said on your music and shit.
So why is it okay for them to portray an image on a song, but they can't portray an image about him asking questions?
It's my music art. I'm an artist. I'm painting a picture of the things that I either seen or been through or whatever. That's in the art or whatever. Like you don't have to. No, Vlad. He literally want to go into their criminal. It'd be like real criminal things that they've been through. Like it'd be opening investigations. He be asking them about. Get the fuck out of here.
How far is it from your artistry versus your real life? Do you have to decipher?
What you mean? I'm not understanding your line of question.
How far as an artist, and if you sitting right here rapping about 99 bricks, how come I can't ask you about those? Now I'm just being objective here.
No, that's real shit.
How come I can't ask you about those same 99 bricks that you told to a billion people on the street?
Facts.
Because everybody in the hip hop culture, most of us come from the same communities. We understand certain shit not to talk about. Like so.
But you just did it in a song.
You know, I'm saying we understand as media outlets. Because we come from similar backgrounds, we're not going to ask you those kind of things. Like you can get away with that in your
music is an art of
media. Literally, one of the biggest artists ever, Jay-Z, talked about that or whatever. Like, so we not finna like, well,
no niggas asked him about that. Niggas asked him about those 82.
And Jay never said anything about it.
He don't like he's been on radio stations. Hot 97 has asked him that shit. The Breakfast Club, when certain artists come on, they'll ask you about.
Y'all are misunderstanding.
So, no, I'm saying you're saying.
I said get everybody out here. I don't see how you can support Vlad.
We're not supporting him.
All I'm saying is, yo, the premise of the show is it's like the hip hop 60 minutes of like, all right, I bring you on this show. I'm gonna interview you based on this shit. That
it's
you
not
talk
no
about.
hip hop 60 minutes.
No,
his show is pure fuckery.
Let me talk. Everyone get a chance to talk, bro. But I'm saying it was a 60 minute shit. So like, if my line of question is gonna be. You can control the interview, right? You can dictate how you want the interview to go, and niggas go back and incriminate themselves further. They don't be on there one time. So I'm not saying Vlad is wrong for it. He asked you a question, and you the one starts
spilling your guts.
Your beans. Like it's not like yo answer this shit or else. It's just like yo, did you really sell blah blah blah? Yeah, bro. What about? Because remember when Casanova was on Breakfast Club. He was talking about doing the same shit that he talked about on Vlad TV. He was only thing Vlad is doing is get niggas to take shit they already said, and then people just amplify it more on his channel. Because Casanova was on Breakfast Club saying the same shit he did in prison about fight niggas. Remember that A$AP Rocky story?
Yeah.
He said,
but is that
on the wall and shit like that?
On the Breakfast Club, is that all that they talk about?
No, but I'm saying
Charlamagne has definitely asked worse questions.
I'm saying, is that all Charlamagne? Is that the only line of questioning he has?
That don't have to be. He still asks the question.
Right.
Okay, so what's the point of Vlad TV?
That's what I'm saying. That's his premise. It's like more.
And is it good to the culture?
No, I'm saying his premise.
No, it's not.
His premise is: are you as real as what your lyrics say you are? And if so,
his show don't come off as argument.
Not. I'm saying like,
but that's his premise.
That's the premise of like, yo, and you said you sold 82 bricks. When did you do that? You said you killed blah blah blah. When did you do that? All I'm saying is the artist. You can't get mad at the interview for asking you a question. Like if I ask you like, yo, Meechus, when the last time you fucking let's say you
sold
murdered
a bag of coke?
You're like, bro, I'm not telling you that shit. What the fuck, bro? Nigga, why are we even talking about this shit?
Yeah,
because I've seen artists go on Vlad and say they don't want to talk about some shit, and then he be like, all right, cool. But then I also seen artists spill that shit. So he just kind of maneuvers how they want to maneuver, and if they willing to give it up, I can't get mad because that's what Star was saying. He was like, "Yo,
for the white man."
No,
that ain't taking.
No, Star said the same shit. He was like, "Bro,
Star is not Jesus."
Hold on,
he ain't. But his objectiveness gives him an edge over a lot of people.
So I'm saying you have free will to talk about whatever. You can't get mad at the person that's asking you a question. You can just say, "Yo, I'm not talking about this shit."
You're not understanding. Didn't I say get everybody out here? I spoke about the people that went up there also. They need to take.
You need to get Vlad out of here. Though.
I think everybody needs to.
There's
nothing about Vlad.
I think Vlad should get up out of here.
But you gotta remember this: somebody else gonna fill that role and shit. Like that shit's not going anywhere and shit. And then you gotta also remember. He's not the only nigga that do this type of shit.
And to be fair, do this.
That's what I'm saying. Academic do the same shit. It's just Vlad shit is way more magnified because he that's his main thing and shit. You know what I mean? But like if Vlad leaves,
I got an interview about a nigga that had died 24 hours prior.
Bro, Ack was doing all type of shit. Like all I'm saying is. And then the wild shit about it when Ack try to ask those questions, niggas be on his ass and shit, but they'll give it up to Vlad and shit. Like Ack try to do that same type of shit that incriminated nigga and shit, and they'd be like, nah, I ain't saying shit. Niggas get to that white nigga, and they be like, they'll give it up. Only thing I'm saying is be smarter as a nigga that committed a crime and shit. If I committed
I'm not
a crime,
denying that. We don't have to spend all this time. I'm not disagreeing with that. Like, everybody that goes on that show that talks about crimes is fucking retarded. The same way you do when you go on IG and you post pictures of guns and drugs. That's retarded. I don't support none of that shit.
But how come as a media person, I can't ask you about that?
Right.
What the fuck does got to do with my actual record I made?
That's your life. Yeah. He don't just talk about music.
And he's the media.
Out of all the... Has he... Wait, let me ask you something. And you might not even watch Vlad TV that much because I don't. But
I don't watch that shit at all. I don't support that fuck shit.
I don't either. But from all the thumbnails I've seen, I haven't just seen just rappers on there. I've seen rappers. I've seen actors, actresses, athletes, everybody.
And he asked the same line of questioning to all these niggas and shit. Even shit like, I forgot, he had Matt Barnes and shit on there when he was talking about the Derek Fisher and all that shit. Like, it's more so it's like, yo, my style of journalism, which is like, yo, to be a journalist, you trying to get a story, right? Like, you're a
story of what?
I'm talking about
story to incriminate me and take me away from my family.
No, you can't. We can't incriminate you.
If I'm asking you a question, like, it's like going on. Remember when R. Kelly went on? What was that? That shit. And she was talking about hog tying and all that shit. Like, it was the outlet. R. Kelly could have been like, bro, I'm not answering none of these questions and shit. Some of these niggas think they gonna paint themselves in a better light. Some of these niggas are doing that shit.
These niggas is stupid.
That's what I'm saying. So
how is he a bad? How is he wrong for asking the questions?
Bro, wrong is wrong. When academics was doing that Chicago shit, that was wrong. None of this shit is okay. Like, I don't know why we excusing this shit.
My problem with that, Meech, is you can't be sitting right here being a super gangster on one end and then talking about niggas are snitching on you when you sitting right here talking about the shit on a song.
And it's all media. That's
goes back to my point. Get everybody out of here. Everybody that goes up there.
Let me ask you this. So you saying there shouldn't be any media coverage on that shit? Like, there shouldn't be, because he pretty much just investigates. As far as media coverage, yo, I just want to see.
Yeah, no, there should not be media coverage on open investigations. Like, that's why we have a police department.
It wasn't an open investigation, though.
Or it shouldn't be. It is now.
But it wasn't when he did it. They was talking about some shit when he was in prison. He was like, yo.
Okay,
and hold on, the thing about Casanova, he was knowingly, he kept volunteering. Yo, before he went on Vlad, he kept volunteering. And that's what I'm saying. It don't just be Vlad. These niggas be volunteering this shit on multiple platforms. Like, Taxstone went on Vlad and was talking about that shit, but he also was talking about it on his own podcast. Then he was also talking about it on Breakfast Club. Same with fucking Troy Ave when that shit happened to him. He went on Vlad.
Troy Ave ain't stopped talking about it.
And
he in an open case.
So if I'm looking at y'all talking about this shit all over the place, and then y'all get mad the one time y'all come on my shit and y'all talk about the same shit y'all been talking about, y'all gonna talk about it on Instagram. Niggas go on Instagram, yo, blah blah blah. Oh boy, did like imagine if Megan Thee Stallion was on Vlad TV and she was like, yo, here's what the fuck happened. He shot. It was like, why the fuck Vlad said, oh boy, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit. It's like, they gonna tell a story regardless, and some niggas want to portray that macho man image. Like, old boy got arrested, Casanova got arrested. His first shit on camera, he said, "I'm a whole ass gangster and shit." Like,
so now, just because they running their mouth to different outlets, even outside of Vlad, like that don't mean we should support that. Like right now, we are part of media now. Will we ask that line of questioning?
No, but that's not our niche.
That's not
exactly.
Not even just.
It's not our niche because of why?
Because we don't want to talk about that shit.
Yeah, we don't support that fuck shit.
Well, I'm saying that's how he started his whole shit. That was the premise of his show and shit. That's like if our premise was to talk to niggas who all was bow-legged and shit.
Wait. Hold on.
So that's a terrible ass example.
No. Wait, you a celebrity, you a rapper, whatever, right? And you know the premise of last show. Are you going on that show?
Of course, y'all not.
Wait. No,
I'm not.
Exactly.
My first point.
That's exactly my point.
That's exactly my point.
If you know the premise of the show, why are you volunteering to go on it?
My first point I said was get everybody out of here. Like, especially like if this is the hip hop culture, which means it's the black culture or whatever. Like, and we should all protect each other. We know the outside forces would love to see us fall or whatever. So why would we help that shit or whatever? From a white man, they ain't even a part.
Let me ask you this. So if niggas out here murdering each other, so if we out here murdering each other, right? If we murder niggas, you saying we should protect these fucking like if I'm on there, bitch, like yeah, I got that hammer, I just killed 5 niggas, caught 5 bodies and shit. You saying that if we murder another like 5 black niggas, got
how are we
protecting
protecting the same culture that we disrespect every day?
And we murdering blacks. So we murdering other black African Americans and shit.
Who murdered King Von? Was that a black person?
Yes, it was.
Who murdered Mo 3? Was that a black person?
Yes, it was.
Okay, well then what are we protecting?
Can I finish making my?
What are we protecting, Meech?
Can I finish making my point?
Shit. How you getting this alley, Meech?
My point is, like, if that's happening or whatever, it's not up for media to finish that. Like, that's why they have a police department for it.
Fuck that. You know why it's fuck that? Because I don't respect niggas who murder other black niggas and shit. And if you want to fucking live that lifestyle and niggas start asking you a lot of questions that because you fucking up the community, I say they
motherfuckers should be able to ask you whatever the fuck they want to if you put it in the song.
Bro, and you doing more damage in the community than fucking black. Like, yo, if I murder...
Y'all are huge hypocrites. Y'all huge Jay-Z fans, and allegedly he's so dope to the community. Right. That should destroy black families. And but from this day, y'all love Jay-Z.
Yeah, but did he answer questions about it?
What they got to do, he still destroyed the communities, just like y'all just said.
Jay-Z would never volunteer answer that.
It don't matter if he volunteered. He still played a part of destroying the culture, our communities, and you still love him.
No, we're talking about Vlad and the question.
Now we moving the goalposts.
How? That's the original question.
Bro, at the end of the day, we are not a police department. Like, we don't have to ask those line of questions or whatever.
We don't have to be a police department for niggas to tell on themselves. Yeah. Niggas tell on themselves every day, B. Facts. What do you think rappers are?
We don't have to play a part in them telling on themselves.
We are not playing a part on them niggas.
That's what the whole Vlad interview is about. Playing a part in niggas telling on themselves. I say
if you do some
how are you telling on? How is that being a part of telling on yourself?
Look. If y'all love the white man, just say that shit. We already know Trey dude.
No, listen.
Coming out,
don't resort to that bullshit argument.
If he never knew the information in the first place, how did he get the information, Meech?
Because he the fads. Fuck you talking about?
How did he get the information about Casanova?
You want to know? Let me bring up something.
Answer the question. How did he get the answer?
I'm finna answer that. Can you let me explain?
Go ahead.
You see the sweat on this nigga?
I'm not sweating. I watched Vlad do an interview with Lil Baby or whatever, and Lil Baby, Vlad asked him about some shit that happened in prison, and Lil Baby was like, "Yo, how you know that?" It was literally some shit that happened in prison. Lil Baby didn't even say anything about it before Vlad brought it up, and that's what Lil Baby was like, "How you know that?" And he left the interview.
That wasn't my question.
But
my point is, that's fad activity. How the fuck you knew what happened in prison? Vlad brought up. Hold on. Let me.
I'm specifically.
It's not about Lil Baby. It's not. It's about Vlad in general. Literally, in that interview, Lil Baby was asking them, "How the fuck do you know what happened in prison before I even volunteered that information?"
Yeah.
Did he not just say? Volunteer information.
I said before. Right, Lil Baby never even mentioned anything about.
You know what he just left out though? What did Lil Baby do when Vlad asked him that?
He didn't answer it.
No, exactly.
And what else he do?
He left the interview.
Exactly.
I know my point.
That's the point.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying if a lot of rappers went in and did the same shit that Lil Baby did instead of giving that shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna blame fucking DJ or Vlad because you'll have that opportunity to get the fuck up and leave and shit. So you can't put the shining light saying like.
Do this not go back to my first point when I said get everybody out of here?
No, I don't.
Speak it to the cameraman, my people.
Nah, because he losing, so he gotta see what King.
I'm not losing. I've been making great points. First of all, I take nothing from this nigga when he caping for white man. You do that on every occasion.
No. What I'm saying,
as far as you, I'll listen a little bit because this is a new side you take before.
Bro, no, I'm saying you saying. If anything, I'm objective. I look at shit objectively. You know what I mean?
You want to make sure the white man don't fucking...
Shut the fuck up with that stupid shit. Bro, I'm saying in general...
Now he don't want to hear that.
No, bro. Right. In general, bro, I'm just saying because if you don't have...
Trey on the LeBron again.
Right. If you don't have a fucking argument, you just resort to...
I literally just broke down my entire argument.
Yeah, and we both just said like these niggas are giving it up. And all I'm saying is like... They gonna give it up regardless and shit. He just asked them a question. If niggas decide not to answer that fucking question, they decide not to answer that question and they won't incriminate themselves and shit. You can't get mad because like you go on any interview outlet, even if you go on like Sports Center and they start asking you about just random shit ain't had nothing to do. They be like, bro, I'm not answering that fucking question. Like media has a
sports. They don't ask you shit like that or whatever.
Because like you can even look at like politics. They'll ask a politician a certain shit and they be like. No, I didn't like. That's off the record. Or I'm not talking about this shit at all. And
these are like, terrible examples.
No,
or whatever.
I'm saying,
bro, line, you don't have to talk about it.
You have a freedom of speech, and like I can't get mad if a nigga asking you a question and say like, oh, we gotta get him the fuck out of here because he asked a question. Someone's gonna ask the fucking question because DJ Academic gonna ask that question, and then you're gonna incriminate yourself. Then we gotta get DJ out. Media is always about.
Okay, so my point is with Vlad TV, how do that benefit black culture?
How do murder niggas benefit black culture?
Answer the question. Y'all force me to answer questions. Answer that question. How does Vlad TV benefit black culture?
I've been telling you, I don't mind getting them the fuck up out of here because it don't.
Now you don't mind. You're on my side now.
Oh wait,
I'm not flip flopping. I've been saying that from the beginning. I've literally said that, but I'm saying I'm being objective.
Moving along. How do Vlad TV help black culture?
It's just a media outlet.
Answer the question.
That's what I'm telling you. The media, he covers the.
Now look who sweat this shit. Stuttering this shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Bruh.
Answer the question.
Can you stop talking? You already know that shit gonna sound. So I'm trying to answer your question and shit. Vlad TV, just like other outlets.
Yes or no?
Listen, bro. Goddamn. I'm saying Vlad TV, DJ Academics, and there's media outlets out there. World Star, Shade Room. All of these shits are all a part of the media landscape. Because you got to remember, there's no official...
We're only talking about Vlad.
Listen.
Running around in circles.
Stop that shit, bro. Let me talk. I'm saying there's a media outlet of everyone, different media, because there's no official media for hip-hop, right? There's no CNN. There's, like, BET don't cover hip-hop like how they should and shit. Most of our media coverage is from DJ Academics, Vlad TV, and Shade Room, Hot New Hip Hop. Like, all that shit is part of the media landscape, right? Vlad is only covering stories in hip hop that's stories in hip hop. So he represents the larger scheme of hip hop media and shit. So he benefits the culture because he's part of the media outlet. He's part of the overall media landscape of hip hop media and shit. So you asked me how does it benefit or how does it benefit hip hop?
No, I said how does it benefit black culture?
No, it's not a black culture. It's hip hop.
It is.
No, it's black media. It's hip hop media and shit. That's what I'm saying. It's hip hop media. If he don't ask that shit, DJ Academics will ask that shit. If DJ Academics don't ask, someone's gonna ask the stories for the stories. It's all about hip hop media and shit. He has a part in the overall landscape of hip hop media. And you gotta remember, what are we doing right now? Podcasting, right? Content sales across this shit, right? We all grabbing stories from this shit feed. You know how stars say the streets got to eat and shit? Mm-hmm. Everything is for to drive content for every content creator to pull from, right? So we all can have some shit to talk about. We all are part of this fucking machine of building content for us all to talk about. And the hip hop media is part of overall for this content. So I sustain me and Rico won that. Should give me some, bro. Although,
like I said before, I agree he should get the fuck up out of here.
There's no winners. There's just different opinions.
But I also don't agree that he's just forcing niggas to talking shit. Niggas is going on there willingly talking shit.
I never said he was forcing people. Y'all, we spent this whole time saying the same shit.
No, we spent the whole time. I'm saying if you get Vlad out of here, that style of questioning won't leave the culture and shit. Because DJ Academic going to ask. You get DJ Academic, Shaven going to ask. You get him out of here, Complex going to ask. You get somebody going to ask the question. He just represents a medium that will continue to be asked.
And it wouldn't be no different. It's only under fire now because he white and shit.
I don't know no other hip hop media outlet that strictly asks those type of questions. Those are literally police investigation questions. Act do not just ask. You telling me Act don't ask questions about music? I never heard Vlad ask anything about music.
But that's not his premise though.
We've literally been
ain't these music artists he interviewing?
No,
he's also interviewing athletes, actresses. I just said that.
He interviewed fucking reporters and shit.
All right, let's move on.
No. He interviewed. Nah, I'm saying because we just trying to tell you, he don't just interview rappers. It's literally Charlamagne been on there getting interviewed and shit. He even asked Charlamagne about the whole rape allegation shit.
Okay, y'all made your point. I made mine. We can move on.
Nah. Fuck that. We back on this shit. Let's dig some more deep on this shit. Charlamagne was on this shit. Fuck out of here, bro. Bean snout nose. You know what I mean? But damn, what was our hold on. What was the next topic and shit? What we gotta talk about something real quick and shit.
Was it about I think the new topic was about the trouble that Wayne is finding himself in.
Yeah. So speaking of
rappers finding themselves in trouble.
Damn, look at me. Alley hoop. I catch that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I catch that bitch. But so Lil Wayne I've been seeing hella Lil Wayne headlines across my timeline. One, he got caught with guns and he just turned himself in for gun charges. 2, he just sold his rights to just sold his masters back to I think Universal and shit. And then 3, he's being sued by who's he getting sued by and shit. Someone is suing
his manager.
His manager is suing Lil Wayne. So he has 3 different headlines, like major headlines that's affecting him. Let me first start off with the gun charges. Do y'all feel that Lil Wayne was right for carrying weapons or whatever, especially because he already went to jail for carrying weapons? We was having this discussion off mic, but how do y'all feel about that shit?
I feel I'm like 80-20 on this. 20% because he's a felon and he knows better. He shouldn't have had the fucking weapon.
Do Wayne know better? Wayne have came off as not knowing better for years. But continue.
You make a valid argument.
That nigga be high as fuck. He probably realized
you make a valid argument, but I'ma just for the sake of whatever point I'm trying to get to, I'ma just say he should know better and shit. Like everybody that's a felon know they rules and regulations and shit. But then again, he rich, so that shit don't apply to us. But that's neither here or there. The 80% goes to because he's such a famous person, you just don't know who to trust anymore and shit. And I can't be all the way mad at him for having a burner on him and shit. Like niggas is getting knocked left and right. We literally was just on like a 2-week streak where 2 niggas got shot and 2 niggas died and shit.
That was my rant. I just thought of the real rant. You know, my bad for cutting you off.
No,
I just had a quick thought. I be on like Hot New Hip Hop and they always like posting like all of the rappers. It'd be like random rappers that died that no one ever heard of, and they just make it seem like it's like somebody you should know. Like they be like Lil Pillow just got shot dead in Houston and shit. I'm like, who the fuck was Lil Pillow? Was he more so a rapper or was he just a street nigga that y'all claiming just giving that rapper term to? It'd be like,
that's a fact.
They be saying that shit about a lot of random ass dudes, and they just say like, yo, he was a rapper and shit. But continue, bro.
Nah, Lil Wayne is a walking. He's one of the people that he's one of the rappers where you can actually say it's better to be with than without a gun and shit. Unfortunately, because rappers are really like being targeted now. They getting fucked up like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like 2020 ain't been sparing nobody. Benny got shot.
Facts.
Boosie got shot. Mo3 got shot in the head on the interstate in broad daylight and shit. King Von got popped outside of a club and shit.
Oh, because dude was scared to shoot a fair one. That's
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some rapper named Fresher pretty much got his ass kidnapped and shit. Like, people getting fucked up, dog.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes are... That's one thing I don't like about the coverage of certain rappers and shit, because it's like some of these dudes, they're not fucking rappers and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all just throwing them on random ass dudes that's getting shot. Like, rapper Lil Snake got shot and shit. It's like, bro, nobody know this nigga, but let's go meet.
Should Wayne get blamed for carrying a gun? Maybe, but in my opinion, not at all. Like what Rico was just saying, like it's been hunting season on rappers and shit. Like it don't matter what your status is or whatever. So, and you can say, well, where's his bodyguards and this and that. Like at the end of the day, a bodyguard got a family the same way you do. So they not finna just jump and take a bullet and shit for you. Like people got that shit so fucked up or whatever.
Facts.
Nobody's gonna protect you more than yourself.
That's a myth.
And he got kids or whatever. So, yes, I'm sorry to tell y'all. Like, I know I'm a felon and I shouldn't carry this. Especially there's different gun laws and shit in different states and shit. But after the last recent events I seen, on rappers and shit, like I gotta protect myself out here. Like, literally, my income is the kingdom of my family and shit.
Facts.
If I fall, this whole family falls or whatever. So I gotta protect myself. And then y'all say he got caught on a private jet. I don't know. I didn't read into that. But if that's true, like, how the fuck did I get caught on a private jet? Like, this is a private. The whole word private is private. What the fuck? We ain't go through no airlines or regulations and all of that shit or whatever. So yeah, my opinion is I don't blame him for carrying that. Like, it's just been dangerous as fuck, like, being a fucking rapper. So,
all right, so...
And also, hold on. Also, like, yeah, you got to carry, like, a gun now when you got that type of money with people in the pandemic ain't got no motherfucking money to eat and all of this extra shit. Niggas is out here starving and looking for any fucking shortcut. Like, when what's-his-name got caught in Walmart, like, he was a target. You got probably more money than most people in this Walmart, so... You got caught slipping, so shit. Do I want to get shot or, hey?
All right. So, but I feel was he right for carrying that gun? I'm gonna say no. Only why I say no, one, because you already once you get caught with because he already went to jail for gun charges, right? And when you get in and out of jail, they'll tell you like, yo, if this shit happens again, X, Y, and Z will happen, and you're gonna get way more time than you got before. So he would already have known the implications of getting caught with fucking guns and shit. That's like T.I. getting caught with guns again after he already had the gun thing happen to him and shit. So even though I say rappers are getting got and shot, I think as someone who already been in the system and got caught for gun charges, he should have just had a plan on, all right, so I know for a fact I can't be caught with these guns, but I need to be protected and shit. So what are the steps I need to do to have, to have protection and shit? And I always hear Wayne on certain songs when he talking about he always got the shooter with him and shit. Like, not a security guard, but an actual nigga that's like, I'm the shooter. Like, niggas tried you, they tried me. Because I even heard Benny say that on Join Them Pile when he called it. He was like, there's always, like, I'm not going to be the nigga carrying that shit, but my niggas will, and this nigga is willing to set it off on anybody. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. So, if Wayne knows, like, all right, you just got, like you were saying, he has the income that he got to protect that shit by all costs and shit. By all costs also means you got to evaluate all risks, not just the risk of somebody robbing, but the risk of getting caught with these motherfuckers as well and shit. It's like, all right, what's the plan for this shit? So the overall plan for me, I think he should have had his niggas that can carry guns legally around him and shit. Not just security guards. Like, yo, everybody's strapped on this motherfucking shit. So if it set it off, I know for a fact niggas gonna squeeze and shit.
Chances are his other friends are felons too.
No,
also.
I'm saying whoever's not though. Like, it's somebody that's not. Somebody that can get a gun legally. I don't think his entire. But let me finish this. I don't think his entire squad cannot get that shit. I just think it's irresponsible for Wayne knowing that if you get caught with these hoes, now they might be trying to leverage Wayne on some other shit. You know what I mean? Like, they might be trying to figure out how to get Wayne. Because that's what I'm looking at him selling his masters and doing all this extra shit. Like, they might be trying to, like, yo, you give us X, Y, and Z, we'll erase all of this shit. But I just think as Wayne should have been smarter to know, like, yo, I'm already caught with gun charges. And they already told me what the consequences of these charges. So I'm way more at risk of getting caught with these hoes than being robbed and shit. Like, which risk is greater and shit? Then how do you alleviate both of them hoes? He never.
You can lose your life getting robbed.
You can lose your life getting caught with these hoes again too. They throw you in jail for life and shit. So either way, you can risk the bag both ways.
That's what I'm saying.
And also, like, you can have shooters and shit. They can't be around you 100% of the time. So
Nip is a perfect example and shit.
All I know is Jay-Z. If Jay-Z can't hold a fucking gun, he gonna have niggas that's willing to put it down.
Jay-Z have a certain amount of money where
Lil Wayne do too.
Not on Jay-Z level. Jay-Z can be in places where hood niggas or just shooters can't even reach him. Like,
they can't even smell.
Let me ask y'all this: he was getting on a jet. Who the fuck what hood niggas finna be following him and shit?
That was my exact point. They called Wayne on the day. You said that Wayne should have at least somebody with him. He on a private jet, bro.
Why do you need guns on a private jet?
Because wherever you finna land at, trouble lands anywhere. It don't matter what. I know this contradict what I just said, but like, trouble can catch you fucking anywhere. Like, people literally getting killed in their own home. If you ain't protected in your own home, then you can get got
what do you
anywhere.
Mean? Niggas getting plotted on everywhere. A nigga can get the drop on you if they talk to the right people.
You just gotta be aware though. Like, so the hip hop police is a real thing, right?
That's a fact.
We all acknowledge that shit is real, right? And 9 times out of 10, even when they don't own these private jets. These private jets are ran through other companies, and we don't know what the stipulations of inspection is for a private jet. Like, they might have certain rules where they got to come through and find if you got drugs, because motherfuckers get caught on private jets with drugs and all that shit. So like, he might have been going through a private jet company that may have like, yo, we gotta blah blah, we gotta search, or it might just be wherever he was landing might always have routine searches all the time and shit. My overall point was just even if niggas getting shot, you still know you the one that's at risk the highest to get caught with these hoes. Just like Juice WRLD was at risk when he was on the plane with all those drugs. It's just like, you gotta know for a fact if you get caught with this shit, it's a wrap and shit. So, yeah. And you gotta know, like, all right, if that's a possibility, then what's my alternative solution to alleviate me getting caught with these goddamn weapons and shit. So I think he was tweaking for having them hoes regardless and shit. Even this nigga still getting popped, you just gotta figure out other alternatives of protecting yourself. You know what I mean? So that's going. You got anything else to add on that shit?
No, I ain't got nothing. We can move ahead.
Oh no, we should. We about to wrap it up.
We don't want to talk about the Keisha Cole and
no, that's what I'm
Ashanti?
saying. That's the last topic and shit. So our last topic of the day, and we kind of normally go to our music shit, is the newest verses has been announced. I think it was announced like last week, and it's happening this Thursday. Keisha Cole.
It's happening tonight, Saturday.
Oh, where? I thought it was Thursday.
No, it's tonight.
It's tonight.
Oh shit! Well, by the time you hear this shit will have it already have aired. Keisha Cole versus Ashanti. Now, I fuck with both of these ladies' music.
Facts.
I think this will be a dope ass battle, just because I think also this will be the hood R&B for like. So like how like when Brandy and Monica was battling, that was more like Brandy. She's not considered a hood R&B.
Oh, this gonna be shit. King versus Bayview and shit.
Facts. But I want to ask y'all, who do y'all have winning? And yeah, who do y'all have winning?
I got Keisha Cole winning slightly, maybe by a point or two or whatever. Ashanti got bigger records than Keisha Cole, but some of her bigger records is mostly Ja Rule, so she only singing half of the the chorus or the bridge or whatever the fuck. What Keisha Cole is gonna beat her at, in my opinion, is some of the album cuts or whatever. Like one song, what's that song? I Don't Love Her with Kanye West on the track.
Stupid.
It's fucking amazing or whatever. So Ashanti got a couple songs that like you just can't fuck with, like no matter what Keisha play.
Nah, Happy is one of them and shit.
So Ashanti got a couple guaranteed points, and then Ashanti getting a point for me. Just she might get 3 points just based off of how fucking fine she is. Shit, fuck what Keisha Cole playing at that moment.
Keisha Cole alright too, nice little cupcake.
I mean, she cool, but when you see her next to Ashanti, shit, it's a difference. Yeah, but anyways,
Ashanti is bad and shit.
But anyways, yeah, I got Keisha Cole winning slightly or whatever, like, and she got one that Ashanti probably can't fuck with, which is Love or whatever. So. Yeah, I mean, all in all, shit, we get to see fucking two beautiful women perform. Like, that's the real fucking treat. So,
I gotta figure out.
I don't really care who wins, honestly, as long as Ashanti shows up. That's all I care.
They just gonna be watching that shit butt ass and shit. Like, baby, baby, baby. Like, yo, put on some drawers, nasty.
Ashanti got some shit.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but speaking of that baby song, who the fuck was that? Timberland who produced that? I don't know who produced that, but
that beat stupid.
My God, I was listening to that the other day. Like, man,
dog, them chords on there, OC,
like,
dog.
But go ahead, my bad.
Nah, you pretty much said everything I was gonna say. Ashanti is borderline a cheat code and shit, because her biggest a nice handful of her biggest records is Ja Rule records and shit.
Yeah,
and that's my love hate thing about this versus and shit, because it's just like it's almost like a 2-for-1 and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I got Ashanti winning, and I got it winning by a landslide and shit. You feel me?
Landslide?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get on the mic and say that shit.
This nigga is wild.
Yeah, let me say my shit, my nigga. I got Ashanti winning that shit by goddamn landslide. Here's why. Ashanti has way bigger records and shit. When I say bigger records, I mean records that puts you back in a place in time. Like, I remember when Ashanti and Ja Rule was running the airways and shit. It was like my entire middle school reign.
You forgot. Let me
tell you something. I'm saying Keisha was certain records sound real crazy next to another record.
I know. I
done seen it happen plenty times in these verses.
I know. I'm just saying.
And then hold on. I'm gonna let you.
Let me finish. I feel like Ashanti had way more loud, impactful songs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, she had humongous ass records.
Keisha had chicks that running away from home.
Hold on. Sometimes those big records, like Jada and Fab, whatever, like, you could play your big record, but like Keisha got the type of records that, like, she got the type of records that connect with women, like on some like fuck my nigga type shit or whatever. Like, he's been doing me wrong and all of this, like yeah, she got those. So you can have the big. You can have the bigger record or whatever, but sometimes the bigger record don't work against the song that grows over time.
That shit hit. This
is a battle. It's gonna be the battle of hood classics versus like more popular songs and shit. But Ashanti has some hood classics, but Keisha has way more hood classics. So
no, she do.
We're gonna see which one sustains. But I feel like Ashanti has way more bigger records, and I feel like we're sleeping on a lot of other Ashanti features besides the Ja Rule features and shit.
I know Ashanti.
I'm versed in both of their catalogs.
Ashanti got more features than Keisha Cole or whatever. But when I was looking at both of their shit, they both like maybe when you get to like 15 songs, it's good. And once you get past that, they kind of struggling.
Both of them, yeah.
It was some kind of watered down shit coming down after that or whatever.
But
so
when it get down to them later ends, it's gonna get to a whole bunch of album cuts. You'll be like, "What the?"
But
fuck?
as soon as that shit come on, I don't love her with Kanye on that bitch or whatever.
Yeah,
but I don't give a fuck what Ashanti play.
Oh no,
Sent from Heaven. Oh my god, that
Sent
shit
from
gonna,
Heaven.
That
I
shit all the
remember.
chicks up in
Like
the frenzy
I should have cheated, man. She got that Missy Elliott joint.
Imagine if she played "Dreaming" with Jeezy and shit.
Exactly.
And I must be dreaming.
You forgot, nigga. You sleeping on her. That dreaming.
I must be
dreaming. Nigga, that shit hard as a bitch.
I'm telling you, that shit crazy.
Damn, that shit.
But then Ashanti, dog, I'm telling you, once that song, boom. Oh, that happy song.
Hey, that shit
happy
gonna go
make
crazy.
You feel different and
hell
shit,
yeah,
dog.
Hell yeah.
And then what else? What's that? I changed my mind and shit.
Huh? Foolish. Nah, Foolish OC.
Shit.
Foolish
Rock
OC.
with you. Rock with you.
That's the Kanye shit.
That's finna be dope. Yeah, Rock with
I'm
you
talking about
OC.
this.
Yeah, I should have cheated.
Yeah, that shit's
I know. I keep playing that wrong.
But one of my favorite Ashanti songs that she not go play is movies and shit. That's my shit. That shit hit different, dog.
I guarantee this shit probably sound terrible on the mic though. Playing these bitches from our phones and shit.
That's all good, but I'm just saying we already know what time it is.
I got
what's the score you got? I got 13-7 Ashanti.
Oh no though, cause Ashanti just got shit that could just.
I got Ashanti by 1.
Oh,
that's
a Ja Rule feature shit that can just come on.
That's a Ja Rule feature though. That's
you right. It was at one point, nigga. Ja Rule and Ashanti was Drake at that time.
They was 1 and 2 and shit.
That's why I got Ashanti 1. I got 13-7. What's y'all scoring? I got 13-7 Ashanti and shit.
I got Ashanti by 1, dog.
I don't know. I just know I got Keisha Cole by like probably 1.
All right. Well, y'all let us know. Well, I mean, shit. I guess. Y'all can tell us if we just
niggas forgot how Sin for Heaven, how that shit
I know
hit,
automatic point for Ashanti for sure.
What? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Put that on the mic. Put it on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Dog, I'm telling you, this shit.
I don't know if that's an automatic point depending on what Keisha plays.
No, that's automatic.
That's automatic, dog.
I might
she get to that bridge.
Hey, I might break out my piano and that shit come on.
I'm telling you, she get to that bridge, my nigga, it's gonna be
real with that shit.
Real rough.
Hell yeah. But
I don't know. Let me play my nigga Keisha real slow.
That's the one.
Dream.
Oh yeah.
Fuck out of here. That
but
shit
nah, I'm about to wrap this
shit.
whole shit up though. Y'all got anything else to wait, what was your score though?
I told you I just got Keisha Cole winning by 1.
Alright. And you got winning by 1 too, Rico?
Yeah. I got Ashanti by 1.
Yo, so y'all both got Ashanti.
Yeah, I got Ashanti winning by like 4 though and shit. But y'all should let us know if we were right or wrong.
I really want to say a tie, but I got Ashanti by 1.
Who y'all give us y'all final score after it's all said and done? Because by the time this air, the verses will be out already. So give us y'all story who y'all think won, and we'll let y'all know who we actually. What was our final score next week?
I think it comes on like 7 or 8 o'clock, but you know that shit means it comes on at 10 and shit.
So that's gonna wrap up the Mackin' and Hangin' podcast, episode 77. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us and subscribe on YouTube, and follow our Instagram page at Mackin MACKIN Hangin HANGIN _ podcast. Follow us. We're gonna keep this content coming. Hopefully our audience